15 out there. King Snooch, Rogue Panda, Raynaka, Burgess, Wrench Live, Sirducky, Sandbot, Pepsin, Doom, Raiden Derp, Rez, Daxidi, Osiris, Chillgiver, Path the Ghost. Here we go! First rounding of the corner. Raynaka gonna ram through Pepsin. We get explosions everywhere. Daxidi, Raiden Derp, Wrench, and Osiris all crashing. Sirducky goes through Wrench Live. And already one of the big shockers, Pat the Ghost, showing he may have what it takes to compete here today. Sirducky taking a little quieter outside lane, looking to avoid everybody and scoops up the free obelisk points. Now it's on to the boost. Hyperez not going for the offensive strategy with a rifle. Instead, no, he's going to race, sitting right now. Overtakes him for a moment for first. He's going neck and neck, back and forth they go. As the boot swaps, Ducky just misses getting the love tap from Rez. But this is an area where Ducky does so well. He'll bait you, let you overtake for just a moment, then correctly time the boost to absolutely destroy you. There we go. 2 laps in the book. Rez, the Wrench Live, Sirducky, Sambot. That's your top 4 right now. Path to Go living just outside. Daxidi struggling to get through. Osiris and Pepsin all stuck in the middle of all the chaos. Rez looking nice and clean. Ducky falls back to 3rd behind Sambot. Maybe having a little issues trying to scoop up all of his obelisk points as well. Daxidi slides into 4th, and now he's in a boost mode. He's going to overtake 3rd. You see somebody sitting right there just trying to line up the free shots. Maybe Chillgiver, Doom, who knows. Raynaka leading the way with 3 kills, tied with Wrench Live in that capacity. Daxidi trying to slide through the columns, but he catches a boulder to the face. Now he's in dangerous time. Rez trying to get out. Looking to be number 1, and will be. Scoops up the 10 points available. Ducky and Osiris, who will get it? It'll be Ducky, Osiris, Daxidi. So 3 hype members in the top 4. They get out for free, looking for the free kill. Pepsin can't fight it. Now he's 5th place. He wants to scoop up as many points. Important thing to note here. 1, he sees a potential free kill that just left, but he's also got to find a zone. He didn't see one in front of him, so he's got to look behind him. This is a hugely smart play by Pepsin. Shows a veteran presence as he slides in at the last second to scoop up his points. He does slide down a few points. I'm not sure officially why. Maybe it was just the order in which he may have just gotten that, but my goodness, that was so darn close. Official standings after the first heat: Rez, Ducky, Osiris, Daxidi, Wrench Live, Pat the Goat, Pepsin, Chillgiver, Doom, and Raynaka. They get points in that order. Again, hype dominating the standings. 3 of the top 4 with Sirducky sandwiched in 2nd. Full time to change out some parts, get lined up, and here we go. It's time for heat number 2. That means points are doubled. Racing even more important now as you want to scoop up those circuit points. Of course, extra points available when you kill another pilot out there. You explode a ship, as Burgess has gotten a pair of kills already. Osiris and Daxidi going back and forth, and Osiris, the boost man himself, says, nah, I'll bait you, I'll outweight you, and then I'll outskate you with plenty of speed. We see Doom. He's just going to try to start lining up shots, trying to get as many points as possible, but you still got to land the connection there. That's got to happen. Osiris looking nice and clean. Coming around the corner, Daxidi has worked his way back up close. Now, Daxidi, arguably one of the best racers we have, especially on longer maps. So, Prix 7 Dunes is one where he shows strong consistency, as well as Oriah Mining Depot, our longest circuit in play here in the Shelby Grand Prix. Daxidi always looking good. He's got good angles, uses an appropriate amount of boost, catches a little bump onto his partner, then he gets hit into the archway, and unfortunately that's going to allow Sirducky to overtake for first. Daxidi and Osiris giving him chase. We see Pepsin just outside the top 4. Again, a former Grand Prix winner, a great racer. But he's going to need to do strongly here on both rounds that we go with Prix 7 Dunes, as well as Oriah Mining Depot. because it is going to be pure chaos when we get to shore. I can already tell. Osiris and Daxidi, excuse me, it's Daxidi first, then Osiris. Ducky makes it 3. Wrench Live makes it 4. Wrench Live showing some real nice, surprising skills here. Pepsin gonna kill Doom. He's gonna scoop the point there. Now he's looking, doesn't see a zone in front of him. So again, immediately turns around knowing the closest is behind me. That's right. It's like emergency exits on an airplane. The closest may be behind you. Raiden Derp slides down. Pepsin gonna kill Hype Rez. Scoop up an extra one, trying to stay alive. Pat the Goat rams through Sambot. Does not get the ascension, but still being alive, moves his way up the points a bit. Daxidi, Osiris, Ducky, Wrench, Pepsin, Raiden, Rainaka. Lost the list after that, but you see our point layout there. It's 27, 26, 25. Daxidi, Osiris, Ducky after 3. Uh-oh, Osiris has left. We may have a technical issue with that one. All right, we'll wait to see what happens. Regardless, we're going to go ahead and announce what we've got here before us. Bunch of explosions to begin it all. We'll leave some interesting racers up at the top we haven't had a chance to talk much about yet. Chill Giver, Burgess, Raiden Derp, 1, 2, 3, back and forth they go. Rez inserts himself into the conversation. Trying to scoop whatever can be available here. Nice explosions. Daxidi warping through Chill Giver. Derp kills Daxidi. Sniping one off there. Burgess trying to scoop some nice points. Ducky gets taken down by Raiden Derp. I do think Ducky's got a large target on his back, despite not being a champion yet. Likely considered the favorite out here. So a little different for him. He's normally been able to open with his strongest map, Shore. Instead, Teferi 7 Dunes has been a little bit of a mixed result for him, though he's got 2 podium finishes already through the first 2 heats. You see the nice little boost charge. Let's go ahead and watch from his perspective, working up a full boost. Got a lot of slide there. Rogue Panda trying to case, trying to scoop up as many points as possible here. This would be a nice little play for Rogue Panda if they're able to hold on to second. Got 1 more lap to go, and here's Sir Ducky to be part of the conversation. Rogue electing on a little more pure strategy, not using as much boost with it. Or just maybe taking a little bit wider angle than he should. You know, if we wanted to nitpick, if we wanted to fine-tune his play, to be a little bit more diligent. You don't have to fill the boost meter up fully. That's one of the interesting things here. I think one of the best things about the sport, allows you to really time things. Nice little dodge allows Burgess to get out in first. Ducky second. Pepsin 3. Raiden Derp just grabs 4 in front of Daxidi. So what, no freaking Ziti now? Now he's got a long way to go, so he's got to give it full speed. Pedal to the metal. Let those boosters and thrusters sing for you, baby. You run out of time. Single-digit seconds. He's got a spot lined up. King Snooch lands a kill on a Rain Chill Giver. So now Daxidi's got a dodge, dip, tuck, dive, and dodge. Oh, but he slips around for too long and then makes a mistake trying to recover. He explodes into the wall, and Sir Ducky gonna leave with a very sizable lead out of Teferi 7 Dunes. Like we said, this is an important thing to watch out for him. Now, we did lose Osiris during that, so we will wait to see if there is going to be a replay of that heat or what might happen. That was a breakdown that we saw. Obelisk scooped up by Sir Ducky. Raiden Derp as well. That'll be some nice points. Raiden Derp also with 12 kills. That'll actually put him just over Daxidi in points. Obelisk worth 0.1 points. A kill worth a full point. And of course, the circuit points, what you see. So that is Teferi 7 Dunes. As we mentioned, we will be back to that particular circuit here in just a moment. That will be our bookends for the race. It just, why not? It's such an iconic map. It gives such iconic feelings about the sport, everything that is, you know, a floating death race. Versus now we take it to Nuelo Shore. Like we said, this is our smallest circuit in play, and we're going to have to show you exactly why, because this is a circuit that has been redefined by the Quackmaster himself. Quack. We're going to watch this opening lap from Sir Ducky's perspective because, my goodness, does this man know exactly how to hit the line. So, like we said, potential, we may see a sub 12-second lap from him. Maybe a little bit more difficult given the extra racers we see out there over a normal competition. But here we go, race number 2, heat number 1. Let's see if he can survive through the chaos. And of course, getting to watch at his perspective, look at that, already in first. He takes the inside line and got this beautiful little bounce off. Doesn't even look like he hits it, but already off to the races. Daxidi giving him good chase, though. We'll watch him for lap 2. Ducky just so good, so smooth with his line. Daxidi electing to go the long way around. This allows a wider play, but he's got to catch Sir Ducky. Raiden Derp working his way into third. Sir Ducky is really the only one who's perfected that inside line. There are some guys who can hit it consistently, but they either lose some speed or they don't like the potential position it puts them in. So it is hard. It looks easy. Ducky makes it look real easy. But Raiden Derp, Daxidi, Pepsin kind of showing you the more classic approach. Pepsin, the racer. The speed pacer. Trying to take over second. This would be huge for him to get him back into the battle. But I'll be interested to see what might happen here soon, because if Sir Ducky is able to continue racing the way that he is, they may have to focus collectively on bringing him down if they don't want him to win. So an interesting thing we may see, a little more bumping and grinding. Pepsin able to take first here. Oh, an explosion allows Daxidi to overtake for second. Ducky gets out in third, so a loss of some expected points there. No 60 circuit points from him on shore tonight. That'll certainly help with Daxidi and Pepsin trying to work his way back into the standings as well after an unfortunate first race, I would say, for Pepsin. Certainly not where he wanted to be. Lots of shots just missing around, though. Everybody trying to survive. A bunch of players ascend. Pepsin takes 10 points, Daxidi 9, Ducky, Osiris, Sambot, Wrench Live, Rogue Panda, Hyperez, King Snooch, Raiden Derp, your points as they work down. Burgess, Doom, Pat the Goat, Rainaka, and Rain Showgiver, they miss out on it all. Now let's go over to heat number 2. Points are doubled, and that spells trouble if you are not ready, if you are not steady, and you are not consistent heat after heat. You got to have the points, doesn't? Hey, double the points available and triple the points available in the final heat certainly changes the complexion of the race, and of course across the entire circuit. Here we go into the opening corner. Explosions. Rez, Osiris, Chillgiver, Ducky, and Sambot all crash. We'll move into the chase cam. We'll watch a few people trying to take the more technical line. Daxidi and Pat the Goat right there, 1 and 2. Pepsin 3. Red Live. Pepsin gonna actually get exploded there. That's gonna drop him into the standings. Pat the Goat misses the line. Like we said, that is a little technical. It can be hard to hit. That's why Daxidi deciding on a smoother line. I love the outside wide approach into the heavy strafe game, and he likes the boost here. Get right to that corner, straight, all the way to the base. Daxidi looking good. Wrench. He's on lap 4. Explodes. Gonna allow Sir Ducky and Pat the Goat to catch up. They're 3 and 4 right now. Pat the Goat trying to get some circuit points after missing out in heat number 1. Wrench Live looking really good. Little misfire with the strafe there, but rounding that corner so cleanly. We're talking about a sub 14-second lap time now for him. So good. So good. These racers are just getting better and better. Wrench Live on the final lap. So is Daxidi. He's got a little half-lap lead, it looks like, coming up here on the final turn. Racers all about around him. He's about to outpace 6th, 5th. Raiden Derp and Pepsin right there. It looks like he was about to double lap King Snooch. Daxidi out. Wrench Live out. Osiris out. Pepsin overtakes Pat the Goat. He's trying to scoop up the free ones. He does. And now it's Ascension Zone time, ladies and gentlemen. This is when it gets truly crazy. Racers pacing and shooting. Pat the Goat, he wants to get into some quiet. Burgess crashes. Rogue Panda crashes. Uh-oh, little one-on-one action here. Are we going to find a fight? Ooh, Ducky's out there. You could drop him big points if he explodes. Instead, he picks up another kill. Pat the Goat happy to just stay alive and scoop for free. Dax, Wrench, Osiris, Pepsin, Ducky, Raiden Derp, Doom, Pat the Goat, Rain, Shieldgiver, Hype Rez. They get from 20 on down to 2 points. Everybody else below 11 through 15th place pick up no additional circuit points. Now, again, they do pick up points from obelisk kills as well as kills onto other pilots. After a little time to change out some parts, it's time to go for all the marbles, all the money. Here it is, heat number 3. Points are tripled, so racing at an all-time premium. Sambot got a little bonus bounty on his head right now from some kills. Osiris in first, Daxidi there. Ducky in the middle of the chaos, right with Peps in 7 and 8 where they stand. Osiris trying for the interior line, trying to work it. Daxidi, he'll work the outside. Osiris has to do a little wiggle to avoid the wall. This is why I think Daxidi likes this line. It's a little smoother, it's a little cleaner. Plus, if you're really good with your boost timings, you can make it effective. Raiden Derp gets lapped by Daxidi. Daxidi wants the 30 points. He wants to be top of the table coming out of this race. Sir Ducky, though, he has overtaken for first. Pat the Goat second. Osiris 3. Daxidi 4. Two of the members of Hype really giving it their all, consistently placing in the top 4. Looking to continue that trend here, but Sir Ducky doing what he does best. You see that best lap time, 11.683. That is not incorrect. That is not a lie, folks. That is the amazingness he can accomplish with this line that while others can imitate or duplicate, he is the man who did originate. He's out. Daxidi gets out. Osiris in third. Pat the Goat looking to make it 4. He gets a lot of points from that one, and now it's time for the chaos. Got to find the Ascension Zone and stay alive. Shots ringing out everywhere. Not a ton landing home. Some awkward positions. Wrench rolling up on Raynaka here. Let's see if we get the shot. Looking for it, looking for it. Does manage to land it. Wrench scooping up some extra points. Of course, he wants to stay alive here in 5th place. Someone chasing and pacing, but can't find him. There we go. Points up on the board. Daxidi, 56 points. 50 points for Sir Ducky. That'll keep him in 1st place after our 2 circuits we've done. Osiris in 3rd with 47 points. 41 for Wrench Live. Pat the Goat, 27. Raiden Derp, 26. Pepsin, 24. Had a great start with Heat 1, but unable to keep the consistency. And that's what we really see right now. That's what we see is the difference between the great and the elite at this sport right now is the circuit to circuit consistency, the heat to heat consistency. We got 2 races in the books. Now we go from our shortest circuit, Shores, and we move on over to our longest circuit, the Oriah Mining Depot. As I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, the wonderful, wonderful Shelby Grand Prix Finals. What more could we ask for? 15 Tuesdays we've worked our way here, and now on number 16, we see the racers fighting for it all. But so good to see you out there, SR Moon. Appreciate you so much in the 500 bits. Thank you so much. We'll have LG back up here on Thursday. Here we go. We mentioned the longest circuit that is available, Oriah Mining Depot, and we start with the Bridge of Death. As many racers, I expect to see some bumping. Nothing yet. It's quiet. There we go. 2 more through King Stooch. Burgess falls, Doom falls, and Chillgiver. 4 explosions out the gate. Sir Ducky, Osiris, Daxidi. Those are the top 3. This is one of their maps as well. Probably, I would say this is Daxidi holds the strongest edge. Osiris looking to catch up, though, after his loss of an important heat on the 1st circuit. Osiris and Wrench Live. I tell you what, right now, Wrench Live absolutely making a name for himself. Even if he is unable to accomplish and capture the GP today, I'll tell you what, he is starting to edge his way in, starting to show again that heat by heat consistency that is so required. Ducky misses the timing with the boost, caused a little explosion. Now he's chasing Osiris. Ducky got a little bit of room now. Osiris, the boost virus, trying to catch him. Again, one of the 3 hype members out there. Osiris, Daxidi, and Rez. Ducky taking the outside. Osiris scooping up Obelisks. Obelisks will help speed you up over time. This is what we mentioned. Rez looking for some kills. He takes down Doom. He takes down Sir Ducky. This is what I was curious if we were going to see on some of the previous maps. Look at that. He's already got 10 kills. He can get more points this circuit than anybody else. Period. Period. This is an interesting strategy that I really thought he should have pulled out sooner. But now we're starting to see it. We're seeing what can be accomplished. Now, maybe it's particularly effective here on the longer straightaways. Got a lot of time. You can just line up the kills. Racers on their final lap. Osiris looking to close it out if he can avoid some shots here. He's out. Sir Ducky looking to make it 2. Pepsin coming in at 3. Oh, might overtake for second because Doom lines up the shot on Sir Ducky. Pepsin falls to the same fate as well. Just trying to line him up. Doom trying to get them all here. As many points as he can. And now 4 racers are out as Pepsin grabs 4. Osiris, Ducky, Daxidi, Pepsin out for free. And now this is when it's really important to look behind you. If you don't see a zone behind you, in front of you, it's behind you. This is the dangerous part because it's such a long circuit. Rez crashes, Reynaka explodes, Sambot rams through Burgess, and now we got a little melee here trying to get in close. Raidenderp kills King Snooch, but then crashes himself trying to make the plays. But 11 points for Rez, plus an extra 2 there. That's a nice little score for him. But the problem is, as the circuit points move up, it's going to be a lot harder for him to stick with that strategy consistently. Race 3, heat number 1 in the books. Like we said, Oriya Mining Depot with this straight shot straight out the gate here. Kind of offers a little bit of everything, depending on what you're into. Are you a booster? Do you want to get ahead of the full pace? Do you want to sit back a little bit and line up some shots? Do you want to scrum it up? Treat it more like a derby? Look at Osiris trying to get it right, but Pepsin times it correctly. Takes down Osiris and Ducky. That is one of the biggest double kills you maybe see of this entire Grand Prix finals. Pat the Goat out in first. Burgess, Rez, Wrench live. 1, 2, 3, 4. Daxidi inserting himself into the conversation. Ducky trying to fight his way back up. We're watching Osiris and Ducky. What a beautiful little cam we got there. And now they have taken first and second. Again, these 2 elite competitors out here. Top tier racers. And now it's time to avoid shots. Chillgiver, she's going to go for the shots this round. Or he's, sorry. Rain Chillgiver. Osiris overtakes for first, but Ducky still sitting in second. Burgess trying to get on the board with some circuit points. He's in third, slips to fourth, overtaken by Rez. Pepsin 5, battling around with Pat the Goat, who overtakes. Raidenderp kills Pepsin. Chillgiver crashes. Doom and Burgess crashes. Osiris looking good, looking clean. Got a little space here in front of Ducky. Not insurmountable as we go into the final lap. And of course, an explosion here. Somebody sitting, watching, and waiting, along with commiserating. Oh, say it ain't so. The rifle was no show. Here we go. Ducky just trying to get through it all. Chillgiver has really adjusted the spot. Lands a nice one. Osiris going to owe a big thank you there as Ducky falls all the way to 4. Now we see Osiris in his boost mindset. You see the half boost when it's appropriate, the full boost when it's appropriate. Here's the full. Won't have time for the full here. May go a short. No. Going to keep it clean instead. Rounds the corner. Just got to avoid the shots. Avoid the free points. Oh, Doom scooping it up. 4 kills in for Doom, but Osiris still should be good. Out cleanly. Now Wrench live looking to make it second. Overtaken by Daxidi and Pat the Goat. Pat slips after taking a kill from Wrench live. So it's Osiris, Daxidi, Wrench live, Hype, Rez. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4. Ducky in 7th. A rare sight for him. And he's already exploded, so he is going to lose some points most likely, depending on how many people are able to ascend. This is why it's so important to stay alive and get to an ascension zone. At the GOAT trying to stay alive. Chillgiver not going to get out. There we go. 4 official ascensions happen. Raiden Dirt, Pepsin, King Snooch, Rainaka. So Ducky gets no circuit points, maybe for the first time ever. I don't know that that's ever happened. I don't have the statistician. I don't have the history officially in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that's the first time we failed to see him place on points. Now it's time for heat number 3. This is where points triple. And already you can see a little help, a little space built in. Daxidi at 26 points. Osiris at 30. Ducky at 9. There we go. 3 races in the books. 1 to go. We'll return to where it all started. Prix 7 Dunes. We may have some latency or lag issues out there. Taking a look into that as best we can. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, going right back to where we started talking about. This is where it all began. Now it's time for a little bit of final race magic. Our final circuit, Prix 7 Dunes. You've seen it, but hey, like we said, if you're gonna run any circuit twice, it's got to be this one, unquestionably. Here we go, straight out the gate. Rez, Rogue Panda, and Wrench Live fall. Osiris out in the lead right now. Got a nice little pace. This is what we meant earlier. We were watching Burgess and a few others that could have just been a little bit cleaner. Osiris showing you what those clean lines can look like when you're correctly utilizing the space. Of course, certainly gamers of all types will certainly know the max-min preferential. Keep that line as tight as you can to the left as you're coming around here, and you see Osiris doing that very, very well. A little bit of boost slide around. Him and Daxidi, they are going toe-to-toe, giving you the show here. This is what these two guys are some of the best at. Oh, Daxidi clips Osiris. That'll push him up into first. Pepsin in third. Sambot 4. Wrench Live 5. Surducky 6. Snooch, Pat the Goat, Burgess, Rogue Panda, Naka, Raiden Derp, Doom, Hype Rez, and Chillgiver. That is the rest of the crew as it goes 1 through 15 in that moment. 1 lap to go. White flag is out. Osiris going to get through as Rez clips Daxidi. Unless Osiris makes a mistake here, that should lock him in here to first. Wrench Live has jumped up into second. Again, cannot say enough about the new racer who is coming out here. And that's the great thing about Ascent Rivals is we are consistently seeing new racers show up and be a badass. And we see it right here with Wrench Live. Has consistently been at the top this entire GP finals. I would not be shocked, even if he doesn't win the Grand Prix finals, if he places. I would not be shocked to see Wrench Live place in the top 3 the way it's looking right now, which certainly would be a shock for one of our 3 racers of Osiris, Surducky, or Daxidi. I think all 3 of those guys coming in tonight feel like they are the favorite to win, or are certainly at the top of the contention list. Couple of explosions as we get 5 players to ascend, including Pat the Goat, Rogue Panda, Daxidi, Surducky, and Rainaka. So Ducky does get a few circuit points, but not having the regular type of night that he'd like. Again, I was a little curious how Ducky would handle the extra racers out there. So normally we see about 8 to 12 racers. With 15, it's just a little bit tighter. You can get a little bit more lost in the chaos. There's a little bit more anarchy thrown in, a little more RNGesus that you need to pray into, because you never know just how you're going to, did I get enough boost? Did they get enough boost? Where am I randomly at? And here we go. It's time to up some points. Let's double the trouble. Here we go. Heat number 2. You know what to do. Let us know who your favorite racers are out there and who you want to see win. Sambot with the opening lead, but Wrench Live quickly trying to overtake that. Osiris takes the inside line. Little bump against the wall, but manages to stay alive. Surducky, Wrench, and Osiris, 1, 2, 3, boosting back and forth around each other. Ducky looking for a little bait, doesn't find it. Wrench can't get the explosion through. Ducky just ducks under the pylon, but he explodes. Hits the ground a little heavily, and that'll put Wrench Live out in first. Osiris with the chase. We'll watch from his perspective as he goes up the ramp. Cyrus thought he was going to take the interior canyon run, but instead elects to stick outside where he can continue his boost play. Little bump off the wall, little mistimed there. He was so close. He is working on levels of perfection, trying to round, slide, and boost all at the same time. Wrench Live and Osiris both completed lap 2. Rogue Panda, Sambot Crash. Ducky completes lap 2 along with Dex ED, Raiden Derp, Sambot, Pap, the Goat, Pepsin, and King Snooch and Burgess. Everybody trying to catch, trying to keep pace, but Osiris already showing you how fast. He could be even a little bit cleaner if he wasn't focused on scooping up the obelisk, but that'll make him faster, that'll make the boost stronger, that'll scoop up some extra points along the way. So you notice he's got the repeater rifle, not trying to get the big charge, not trying to spend too long in rifle mode, trying to get through it quickly just to scoop up the points. Wrench got a chance here, a little explosion. Let's watch this 1-2 battle, looking for the shot, just misses it, does Wrench Live. Thought that was his best opportunity. I maybe would have stuck with the racing. Tries to land a second shot, not quite there. Won't have time for a third. Osiris gets out 1, Wrench Live 2. Ducky makes the jump up into third, and Daxidi gets 4. So, the Hype Osiris brothers, or the Hype brothers, Osiris and Daxidi, bookend our free outs. Pepsin lands up a free one onto Burgess. He knows he's going to need every point possible. Sees Chillgiver. There's another free one. Slides back on into the zone. Scanning around, making sure nothing's going to get behind him or beside him. And there we go. Free points available on out. Rainaka, Pepsin, Sambot, Doom get the Ascension. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. It's the final heat of the night. That's right. Points are worth triple. Our last race, our last chance to show and prove your place. Do you have a slick move? Do you have an ace up the hole? Daxidi would have liked to have gotten a little more room. Unfortunately, it's Osiris who's been cleaning up here on the final circuit. Here we go, rounding the first corner. Sir Ducky, Daxidi, Sambot entering the conversation. Not sure what happened with Wrench. Wrench was looking good. Maybe an explosion slowed him down. But it's Daxidi and Ducky. Whack. Battling 1-2. A little bump there. No explosion, though, until Daxidi warp gates through Sir Ducky. The pasta dish was served cold, but the duck right behind. This is tight. This is close. Ducky overtakes for a moment, then Daxidi back. It's just boost timing. How well you hit it. Ducky lining up, but he's got a longer way to go. Daxidi took the interior line. He's got the full boost, should speed through. Trying to avoid the shot from Rez. Rez did manage to kill Doom. Then Ducky. That's huge. Hype to hype teammate. That will be a big play that allowed Daxidi some space. Burgess overtakes for second for now. Ducky in third. Battling with King Snooch, who's in fourth. Wrench Live now trying to work himself up onto the podium here for the final heat. As XCD, just crashes, lands a little heavy. Now trying to stay alive. That's right, he's got the BGZ in mind. Just stay alive, be smart, be smooth. XCD sticking in first. Ducky has worked his way back up to second. Now battling, he falls all the way down to fifth. Osiris for second. Wrench Live third. Back and forth they go. Sambot crashes. Wrench Live crashes. Again, Wrench Live crashes. Raiden Derp crashes. Daxidi is out. Gonna scoop up the big points. That'll help a lot. Osiris trying to be number 2. They would love it if Ducky could fall to fourth here, but Burgess may not be able to overtake. Instead, Burgess lands a nasty kill. All right. Craziness just happened. So Burgess kills Ducky. Ducky doesn't get out for free. Rogue Panda slides into fourth just past King Snooch and Wrench Live. Then it turns into pure anarchy as everybody's looking for an out zone. It's time to run. Wrench Live knows he needs all the speed. He needs every single possible point. So he's got to ascend here. He's got a long way to go. He's got to round the corner. Let's see if he's got it. He sees Pat to go. Does he go for the shot as well? He's trying to stay alive. 1-2. Almost exploded into the wall, but somehow just stays alive. And now the calculators get crunching. Ducky with only 22 points. That is going to be a huge challenge for him. But we're going to let the mathematicians start doing their job, tabulating and calculating our winners. Folks, this one I can tell you is going to be very, very, very close. With 4 races, we've got some extra math to work on in there, but my goodness, what a run. We saw Sir Ducky dominate the first go-round in Tefri 7 Dunes, taking 52 points. Then on the backside here, only able to get 22 circuit points. So that's a huge swing that we saw there. Osiris took Oriya Mining Depot with 57. Wrench Live doing really well there, showing in second place. Shores was Daxidi on top. Wrench Live with another top 4 finish. It was Daxidi, Sir Ducky, Osiris, Wrench Live, 56-50, 47-41. Ladies and gentlemen, what a culmination of a 4-month journey we have been on here for the Shelby Grand Prix final. Our qualifiers have been absolutely amazing. You saw all 15 racers out there that you saw tonight. They each won their way in. Sir Ducky, Pepsin, Daxidi, Raiden Derp, Burgess, Pat the Goat, Hype Rez, Wrench Live, Raynaka, Sambot, Rain Chillgiver, Doom, Rogue Panda, and King Snooch. We are missing Osiris in that list. That's the one we're missing there as well. What's going on, Kochetkov? Good to see you on out there. I think Raiden, unfortunately, is just going to miss the top 3. I think by my rough calculations, he'll likely be about 5th, maybe 6th. So it just depends on how consistently we got there. Unfortunately, with 6 points on that last go-round, that's going to hurt Raiden Derp a little bit. Again, the racer who has to be the shocker out there has to be Wrench Live. Really arguably coming out of nowhere compared to most of the other racers that are certainly out there, but showing some strength. Wrench Live was our number 8 qualifier. Oh, no doubt. I know if he doesn't win, I know it'll just press Raiden to be that much better, that much stronger. Does Osiris have the ability to catch up from his loss of points on the first race? Does Ducky have enough to balance out from his early winnings to balance out his later game struggles? Did Daxidi do consistently enough? Does the pasta dish serve up consistently? Likely has to be one of those 4. I think Wrench Live just missing some top end tier points, but again, an amazing showing. So likely a 3-man race here between Osiris, Daxidi, and Sir Ducky. But folks, what was your favorite moment here of the GP finals? What was it a new racer? Was it something you haven't seen before? Was it a beautiful double kill, an perfectly executed maneuver? What was it out there? What excited you? What enticed you? We, of course, absolutely enjoy the heck out of it. That's why we've been rocking here every Tuesday for as Ascent Rivals presents the Shelby Grand Prix. And there you see it, folks. I'm not joking. I say Shelby, I mean it. Founded by the legend Carroll Shelby himself. I've plugged it before, and I certainly will plug it again. If you're ever in Vegas and you're looking for something to do, especially something off-strip, go to Shelby. They've got a beautiful museum available in there that costs you nothing to see. You want to see the history of Shelby? It's right there. And then turn or look right through the glass, and you can see the actual factory floor where they are working. It is a beautiful, beautiful sight to see, especially if you are a car lover. You will see cars and parts everywhere, in all stages, in all varieties, wide bodies, weird paint jobs, and of course, plenty of stuff that they get to use out on the track as well. Those experimentals and demos that you literally won't see anywhere else in the world. So if you're in Las Vegas, you're looking for a place to do that's not just the casino, make sure you drive on over to the Shelby factory. It's a short drive off the strip. Certainly was a great time when I got to go there with the crew of Ascent Rivals. And of course, Genuine Games. Big shout out to them for hosting and putting together all of this. Of course, big shout out to all of y'all out there watching and listening. You know, if y'all weren't out there, there would be no reason for us to do this and for me to get to do what I love, which is truly announcing and getting to fully break down the high-speed action of the death race that is Ascent Rivals. So we're about to get some changes that may switch things up here in the future coming GP. More on that here in the future. We'll certainly let you know as soon as we have even just a teaser for you. I'm afraid that's all I'm allowed to say right now is we have our next set of events lined up, and we're working to get you a go live date for those qualifiers just as soon as we can. Of course, Shelby American Incorporated, founded by the legend Carroll Shelby. Shelby American manufactures and markets performance vehicles and related products through dealers and partners worldwide. Check out more at Shelby.com. It still feels weird to say. it still feels weird to say that we're announcing the Shelby Grand Prix finals. But man, have they been an awesome and amazing sponsor. They are confirming right now that we have a very, very close one, ladies and gentlemen. It is coming down to literally the minutia of details of points. So double and triple checking all of those top scores right now. But that is the word that you heard from King David the Big Bird. That's right. The bird is the word. Nope. We're not going to go there. We're not going to do it, despite how badly I want to. I think this is going to be Osiris. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. It's in the books. You know what? We need to get the full picture on here. This is the best way to do this. Let me go ahead. We'll get the math up here for you, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to our Shelby Grand Prix winner. It's Hype Dex. Congratulations, our second hype member to ever win a GP. And there it is, the Daxiti, the pasta dish. It's served up with consistency and grace, just beating out Hype Osiris. You see the difference is 1.4 points. 209 to 207.6. That's how close this came. Also want to give a big shout out there. Sir Ducky does fall to third place there with 179.6, but Wrench Live, the player I really want to talk about, relatively comes out of nowhere, and right there you see finishes in fourth place, 173 total points. Raiden Derp, as predicted, does finish in fifth. Pepsin 6, Hyperez 7, Pat the Goat 8, Sambot 9, Burgess, Doom, Rogue Panda, Rainaka, Chill Giver, and King Snooch. That's your 1 through 15 in total standings. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Daxiti. Let's see if we can get the man available for an interview. Let's just see if we can get the man on here.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome on in the Shelby Grand Prix winner, Daxiti. Dax, how does it feel to be a champion?
Oh man, it feels really good. I feel like a big weight has been lifted off my shoulders now.
I get it. Now now a brand ambassador, and of course now a grand champion. Certainly something they can never take away from you.
No, sir.
Well, congratulations to you, sir. Give me just a moment. Got a couple questions here for you. We'd love to ask.
Sure, go for it.
First off, there is a slight different shift depending on how people want to play. Even amongst the hype teammates, there's a slight differential in how y'all play. So how would you describe your racing style?
I would say my racing style is your typical racer. Like I'm out there, I'm trying to find the fastest line possible. I want to get my lap times as quick as I can. But then with Ascent Rivals, they're throwing in the whole shooting aspect of it. And then an even bigger curveball is you have a different type of strategy where you focus only on shooting. So trying to find your line and avoid getting shot at by 4 to 6 plus people is definitely a challenge, but it keeps the blood pumping.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, how was the extra chaos of having 15 total racers out there?
I enjoy it, to be honest. I think the more chaos, the more cool, calm, and collective you need to be. The more level-headed throughout each and every lap. So, I think the more the merrier.
Okay. Yeah, it certainly feels that way from our perspective. There were so many explosions. I am kind of interested to see how far. Now, I know meta may shift here with some upcoming dev changes, but I would be curious under this format how far you could potentially take that kill everything strat that Rez is kind of doing on that first heat of Oriya Mining Depot. I'm curious if that could be done consistently enough across all the circuits to make that work.
I think with the right conditions, it would be possible, but that's, finding a needle in a haystack. I think at the end of the day, you have to have that combined circuit points of actually finishing the laps along with getting kills.
Absolutely.
But, I think if you definitely have a lot of people doing that strat and, you're a real good shot, it might be possible.
Yeah. I mean, we certainly saw some times where, Rez is getting up to double-digit kills. So, I mean, theoretically, he's getting more circuit points on the first heat. It's just a question of how do you consistently be able to pull it off. But enough about your teammate. Let's talk about you, the winner, our Grand Prix winner. What map do you enjoy strategically and why?
My favorite map is definitely Mining Depot. I think to win on that map and consecutively, put down low lap times on that map, you have to hit a lot of like really critical boost and warp spots to jump and kind of clear a lot of turns that take up time. But I also really like how many straightaways there are. I'm pretty sure it's one of the biggest maps, which is great. But the fact that there's a lot of chances for shots, there's a lot of chances for a lot crashing, those kind of like narrow death bridges and things like that, I think are really awesome. But yeah, but that one by far is my map.
The second half of that map in particular has a lot of that. Once you come around, you've got the long straightaway, you get past the bridge of death, you make your first big turn, and then you've just got, like you said, some boost timings that you got to get right, because if you mistime it, you're either going to send yourself sailing off that first big rock when you try to land on the bridge. You're either going to miss it wide, you'll send it too far, or then you can't do a second boost, where if you hit it short enough where that second bridge, you've got a chance to make a little boost. And certainly I would agree, Oriah Mining Depot seems to be where you've got things locked down. Where do you think you could do a little bit better?
On that map specifically?
Just in general with
just in general, or definitely the warp drifting, like being able to throw yourself into a drifting turn while building up your energy to warp and keeping that momentum. It's really easy to get into the drift and pull back your warp to go, but to keep your a lot of the times when you do it, you slow down, you lose almost all your momentum, like when you do any type of normal warp. So being able to like consistently hit that warp drift with like full momentum is definitely something I'm trying to lock down for sure.
Okay. Well, you've certainly got a hell of a practice partner, and that is Osiris, who did place in second, just behind you, literally a 1.4 point differential, 209 to 207.6. That's the differential. But he's certainly someone who's probably the best at accomplishing that boost drift tonight. We certainly saw him have a little bit of a bump in some moments, but definitely pretty clean coming around that last big turn on Teferi 7 Dunes before he hits the archway. That's a moment of pure painting to see.
Oh yeah, and I mean you got to give credit to Osiris. The man literally invented a meta in the game. He that a lot of us took and use our own little attributes to it or tweaked it in our own little ways. But no, when it comes to warping, Osiris is definitely number one.
Strong at it for sure. Now, let me ask you, how often do you practice?
I'm definitely on the game a couple times a week for sure. I mean, I personally, I do have a lot of stuff going on, but I definitely try to get on at least 2 to 3 times a week. And it helps having the playtest, that's an easy, Tuesday, Fridays, hop on there. And,
right.
That's 2 practices a week. And then, little couple time trials here and there.
Absolutely. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Did want to also ask, are there any other racing games that you play? You said you've got that more pure racing style. Does that come from a natural growth and love of racing, or is this something newer?
Oh no, I've been racing my entire life, from dirt bikes, go-karts. I drift cars now, and then gaming. All the Gran Turismos, Forzas, Need for Speeds, just anything with wheels and an engine. Let's go. Or just an engine, honestly. Yeah,
even without wheels.
Yeah, even without wheels, right? Anything that can go fast, I want to go fast in it. So, yeah.
Oh man, you pretty much perfectly set me up for the Gone in 60 Seconds line right there.
Yep,
you can drive anything with 4 wheels and some things without.
Yep.
Well, Daxidi, any final parting thoughts you have? Any wisdom you want to bestow? Any laughs you want to share as the final closing thought of the Shelby Grand Prix?
Oh man, no, just shout out to the whole Ascent Rivals team, all the racers that have been coming out to the playtest. If you guys haven't come out, definitely come check out Ascent Rivals. Shout out Hype Unit and my teammates Osiris, Rez, everybody involved. It was great, and let's get the Cardano Clash going. I'm excited.
Definitely. Very excited for the Cardano Clash coming up. That'll be our next racing series out there. We'll be excited to see all of you out there. Of course, it's been a great time enjoying the entire Shelby Grand Prix series. 16 Tuesdays, 4 straight months we've been building to get here, and at the end of it all, we give our big congratulations to Hype Deck City! Everybody have a great night, and we'll see you here for the next season.